Hey everybody, and welcome to Let's Look at Jazzpunk. I can pretty much promise you right from the outset here that this Let's Look at is probably going to be one of the weirdest that you're going to see this year, because Jazzpunk is one of the strangest games that I have played in my entire life. For better or worse, I think a lot of people are going to watch this video, look at the game, and say, my god, that's annoying, that's totally not my cup of tea. And a lot of people are going to look at this video and be like, holy shit, that is a breath of fresh air. Where do I pick it up? Well, you can pick it up on Steam at the link in the video description below. Let's talk about what Jazzpunk is. It is a first-person, you could almost think of it as like an absurd, comic-focused Hitman game. You kind of play as a secret agent, and you have these missions, but there's a huge vein of absurdity that goes through the game that we'll see as we go along here. But your objectives are usually like break into a consulate, steal some documents, or, you know, basically steal a man's organs from a Japanese restaurant where he's eating sushi. We're probably going to play through both of these missions as we get started here. I have mixed feelings on Jazzpunk, but I don't think it's because it's a bad game. I think it's just because it's something that I've never played before, and it's leaving me a little bit confused, and maybe that confusion is actually a good thing. So we're going to start up, you know what, we're going to start up just on the Soviet consulate here. And basically the way that the game works, as we're playing in first person here, is that we've been given a mission, and our mission is to infiltrate the Soviet consulates, and we can look at our objectives here. So infiltrate the consulate, acquire the cartridge, and escape intact. So first things first, we got to get up, as you might expect, through that open window there, and then we have to steal the cartridge, which is like valuable state secrets, and then we have to actually get out. First thing you'll notice about Jazzpunk, very unusual aesthetic. It kind of has this, like, I wouldn't necessarily call it Lego, but like, you know, Weebles wobble but they don't fall down type thing going on here. That really adds to the kind of visual absurdity. You can see this guy like poking his head out from behind these trees occasionally. We might manage to see that guy again. There's a pigeon sitting on that guy's hat. And it's got like a very kind of 60s cool secret agent thing going on. Almost the same aesthetic as something like No One Lives Forever, or even Archer or something like that. Kind of takes things from a similar vein. But what's kind of cool about this is that, you know, we have our mission, and if I wanted to, I could just go complete this mission in like 30 seconds. But there are numerous kind of side objectives that help you experience some of the jokes that happen in Jazzpunk. And that's really where the fun and the joy of the game comes. It's not only the puzzle solving, which is occasionally pretty creative, but also in finding out, you know, the kind of myriad stuff that exists in the game that are references or just absurd humor. Get ready for me to say absurd all the time, by the way. This guy's gonna do the Wilhelm scream, I think. Yeah, some people are gonna be into that, some people are not gonna be into that. We're gonna come down here and see some of these first little like mini-game type things that we can get into. There's kind of like side projects that we can have on every single mission. If we go down here, oh, there's nothing down here actually. Well, it's weird. Don't try to make sense of it, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So we see this frog with a mohawk here. He says, I need your help. There is voice acting, by the way, but there's not really subtitles. Sometimes there's surtitles, as you can see, but I'm trying to get free Wi-Fi from Starbucks, but I dropped my password cracker on the road. So now we play a little bit of Frogger. And we're going to try to get this frog to his password cracker. You would be amazed how bad at this I am. I almost... Oh, come on. I walked into the back of his car, and yet somehow I died. Again, well, he's beaten up, but... certainly not out of the game yet. Ooh, close. Okay. Get the password cracker. Now make it back. Oh, that was bullshit. He was so close. Okay, let's try this again. I am pretty bad at Frogger. I played Jazzpunk at PAX Prime, actually. And I just, like, exclusively sucked at this segment. We played exactly the same level. And I died in this Frogger segment, like, 10 times. And then Kate just picked up the controller and beat it on the first play. It's harder than it looks, that's all I can say. I swear to God, I'm gonna hurt myself if I don't get it on this try. He says, are you mad? Yes, I am a little bit mad, Mr. Frogman. Oh, hey, wait a minute, Mr. Frogman. Okay, so we can go to the other side, and then we're just gonna kind of make a beeline, more accurately, I suppose, a frog line, to try to get this. Okay. Okay. Go, 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 go! God damn it, Jazzpunk. You know what? We're gonna do this one more time. And if I don't get it, then I'll just... I'm gonna do it one more time, and then if I don't get it, I'm just gonna explain what happens. But it's a shame if I miss out on the joke here, due to this Frogger segment being beyond my classic gaming skills, unfortunately. Alright, so you made it across. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely as I'm looking for my Wi-Fi. Okay, go, go, go. Okay, we made it. I think the game maybe made it a little easier on us there. Fantastic. So this is the Oculus Rift that he was looking for, and we can rotate it around here and take a look, and we can also put it on, and this will give us our next mini game. So as we put it on, we're supposed to collect 8 data packets to crack the network. So we're basically stealing Wi-Fi by using a frog's tongue to get this stuff. You know what I would describe this game as? If you watch my Let's Look At of Continue 98765432110, it's kind of like that, but instead of like an existentialist kind of atmosphere permeating the whole thing, it is really just this zany and absurd atmosphere that just is throughout. And the sooner you stop trying to make sense of it, the better, and you just have a good time. So now he's gonna go watch some frog pornography. Unfortunately, he probably can't pleasure himself as a result of the injuries that I've inflicted upon him. So let's see what this guy has to say.
You're late. Find the mailbox marked with chalk on the side. You'll receive further instructions from there.
Alright, so we have to find... This is a side quest, as you can see on the ground. We have to find the mailbox with a chalk mark on the side. And we're going to do some more side quests here as we get started. Just because I want to actually, you know, show off the tone of the game beyond just like, hey, here's if you want to speed run the game, here's how you do it. We can pick up this basketball, you know? I really should probably talk over this because I don't know if this is going to be content ID matched, but as you can see, it has a very, you know, Adult Swimmy kind of style tone to it, especially, it reminds me a lot of like Ren and Stimpy. So you can see there's like a newspaper holder over here. If we go over to this and, you know, try to get a newspaper, we can't because we don't have any money, unfortunately. But if I go over to this guy and take a little money from his guitar case here, I should be able to put this in, and now we can see Uneventful News Day seizes nation. Some of these sound effects I swear I've heard on Adult Swim before. We can go put another penny in here. Or it's yen, actually. Player sexually harasses news box. I don't appreciate that implication. Guy's got a floppy disk in here as well. What about this one? Newspaper box files for restraining order. You can see, game's got jokes. I never actually went down here, so there's nothing down here. Okay. Let's do maybe one more side quest, and I think this guy is going to give me a gun which I can use to shoot pigeons. We need to degauss 3 carrier pigeons. Okay. So basically I want to find pigeons and shoot them, and as I shoot them... Oh, he's still talking back there. That's okay. As I shoot them, I will get some items, and also I will be able to complete my side quest. Anyway. What's the point of completing side quests? You get, like, extra anything? You get extra jokes? If you're the kind of person that's into that, you're going to be into the side quest. And if you're the kind of person that's not into it, you're probably playing the wrong game here. Alright, so we need to find some pigeons. There's one. There's no crosshairs, so it's a little tricky to aim. We've got to hit the pigeon 3 times. Oh, one more time. We can do this. I have faith in myself. Pigeon is getting pretty high. There we go. Okay, so that pigeon has been degaussed, which is why it's doing that weird color thing that younger people probably don't necessarily understand. And then we can get more pigeons just by using this pigeon perfume that we got. If we spray this, like, on this guy, yeah, more pigeons should come for him. Oh, he gave me a piece of gum and ruined my life. Alright. That was not supposed to happen. I mean, it was supposed to happen, but not necessarily like that. So he's been carried away. I doubt I can actually shoot those pigeons down. Those of you who thought I was saying absurdity too much in the first, you know, 6 or 7 minutes of the video are probably changing your tune right now. I thought I saw another pigeon there, but that might have just been a man. Take a quick look and try to find some more birds. And then we'll start solving the puzzles, because the puzzles are actually interesting, but they're also not necessarily the main focus, if that makes sense. One more. He's trapped in the wall. Just get that hitbox, man. There we go. I think we got it or got close. Whatever, I'll chase him down. This is actually harder than it was. This is one of the few things I was able to do at the PAX demo last year. That's the pigeon, right? There we go, we nailed it. I was not actually able to solve this first puzzle that actually completes this mission at the PAX demo last year. So let's spray this homeless man with some of this stuff. Okay, now we should be able to degauss some more pigeons in here. They should carry him away in a second. Maybe he's too heavy? I don't know. Alright. Well, we'll try to find some more pigeons around then. Can I pick up the... No, the perfume's out, even though it doesn't look out. Okay, one more pigeon remaining. Where are you? Not down here. That's where we end the quest. There is also, like, there's a side quest up here. Like, we can knock on this door, and if we knock on it with a specific password, then it'll let us in. And I know what that password is, and you probably do too, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want to ruin it for people. But, you know, you get this information as you go along. Just ambiently through the game. And remember, of course, the guy was like, hey, look for the mailbox with the chalk mark on the side. Is this something I can pick up? Okay. Feel lost, stuck in life? Call the hint helpline 555 hints. Okay, I've never actually done this. Let's switch to our hand, and then we'll dial 555 hint and see if this helps us out. That's 555 HINT. And we'll see if maybe I get lucky here. It's connecting to a 56K modem right now. Workers take their lunch break at noon is our tip. That actually is an important tip, as you'll see when we get a little further. Okay, we need one more bird. Where is one more pigeon? You might be thinking, you might be seeing pigeons and saying I'm an idiot. There's one right there. So let's move up and zap him. There we go. Now we just got... Where'd he go? He took off. That was crazy. The pigeon was like a VTOL jet, man. I don't necessarily have to complete the side quest, but I feel like I should just to show you the reward you get. Or lack thereof. Oh, that's probably the same one. Come on. Blast it. Oh, he's coming back down. As you can tell, I'm not necessarily MLG Jazzpunk player. So, zap you, and one more in the sky. Just keep spray and pray. There we go. Oh, he's not dead. Come on. There we go. Okay, so that's our third pigeon. Now we can actually go complete our side quest. I don't necessarily need more pigeon pheromones, but we'll come back here and bring the objective back. So this has been my kind of illustration of the side quests that make, that make Jazzpunk a very interesting affair, shall we say. For better or for worse. A lot of people will like it, and I think a lot of people won't like it. If you have a sense of humor, I think you're predisposed to kind of liking it, because there is a lot of really genuinely funny stuff that happens in the game. Alright. So.
Thanks for collecting the pigeons. This is my Mima's secret pigeon pot pie recipe.
Just gonna toss those pigeons in the microwave, huh?
Please wait while they bake.
And we really don't have too much agency over this. We'll just wait until the door opens, and it's a delicious pie.
Mima used to make.
And then I can press the button on it. I could either walk away and let him eat his pie, or if I wanted to, I could press the A button on him and put the pie on his face.
I have 4th-degree burns.
And give him 4th-degree burns on his face. That doesn't necessarily make me feel like a good guy, you know, but I did it nonetheless. So that's your reward for doing the side quest, is you get another joke, basically. This is a game that is very much about the journey, not the destination. So our objective is to infiltrate the Russian consulate. So we're gonna walk in here, and you can see, if I talk to her, she's like, you need an appointment. If I talk to this guy, he's like, you need security clearance. I can't just jump over this as much as I would like to. But what I can do is look at this and be like, schedule, lunchtime, communist plotting, vodka and biscuits, and potato sack race. So we can take the clock, and while they're watching, just move the hour hand a little bit forward. And if we set the clock for about noon, there you go. These guys are going to go on lunch break and give me access to their scaffolding, which will allow me to actually infiltrate the building. This is where the game gets a little bit more Hitman-y, you know? It's actually kind of cool that it has both elements of just like absurd, play it for the humor, and also some kind of fairly interesting puzzle design, even if you would never think that, you could just turn the hands of the clock for yourself. That's the kind of, mindset you have to put yourself in if you're going to succeed in here. So we did a tactical roll as soon as we got in. Now we need to get the tape. So I'll explain to you how this works. It's a multi-part puzzle. We basically go inside of the computer mainframe here, and then we're going to pick up this telephone that's back here. There's also some cereal, Comrade Crunch, as you can see. So it says a tone of 26,000 hertz is required to activate this line. So what we're going to do is take the cereal, and you can see free 2600 hertz whistle inside. So we're just going to come over here and shake the shit out of the cereal, spill all the flakes out all over the ground, and also there should be a 2600 hertz whistle there, and there is. So we're going to use that to dial the phone. Good. I'll let her talk. Alright, so to eject the data cartridge, we need to dial 1 on this rotary phone. It has been done. We could also, if we wanted to, we could pick this up and dial 2, and then we'll sign ourselves up for, like, an animal bestiality phone sex line.
Thank you for ordering from Barnyard Bar Network. We hope you enjoy your delicious...
Anyway, no need necessarily to spoil the entire joke there. Instead, we will just take our cartridge and we'll enter back into the real world. And then, in order to exit the building, we have to get an adequate disguise that lets us go through the door here. As you can see, my guysometrics tells me that this is invalid. Or maybe it's saying that I'm an invalid. But now I have to go sit on the photocopier, and by sitting on the photocopier, I can photocopy pictures of my butt multiple times. And then we can pick one of these up, and we can carry it to the door, hold it up for the guysometer, and then they'll be like, yeah, that's a pretty good disguise. And I think we are just able to leave right now if we go down through the garbage chute. Sorry, I slipped on the wet floor there. We go down through the garbage chute, and that may or may not be the end of this mission. I think it is, yeah. So now we're on the koi pond. So basically we're just picking up breadcrumbs and tossing them at it. This kind of reminds me of like Hotline Miami, how you do a mission and then you have this weird like interstitial period where the things that you're doing are not necessarily 100% related.
Welcome back. Our benefactors wish to extend their gratitude.
This is like our mission director.
I hope you're ready for another job. As a biotech engineer working for Ratio Corp.
I see him.
Our connections seem to have afforded him a particularly valuable artificial kidney. Estimated value on the red market's over 25 billion yen. We need you to extract this from them at any cost. Improvise. I know you'll do well by me. If you don't mind, I've got a landline to install.
Alright, so he gave us our mission directive. Every time he gives us our mission directive, he then just passes out on the floor. This time with his shoes, like, upwards through the building. But anyway, we're going to take our reality-altering pills and start another mission. So that's basically how briefing works. Obviously, the game is pretty crazy, as one might expect. So on this mission, I'm kind of just going to make a beeline for the objective. So this is unfortunate to some extent because it's going to ruin a little bit of the surprise for those of you who are playing it for yourself. But it is very straightforward. So we're following the cowboy here. And in order to, we basically, is he peeing? What are you doing? Okay, what's your advice? Alright, Tom Waits. Mechanized Tom Waits from 12 Monkeys. You're freaking me out a little bit. Well, you know what? We do have, like, a mini game here I can play. So, excuse me. My vase shop is infested with flies. Alright, so we can play, like, Mario Paint fly swatting mini game here. Okay. Again, I don't know if this is public domain. I sure hope this music is public domain. Otherwise, I'm going to talk really loudly. That's okay, though. So we're going to swat all these flies. Oh, we already did it. Okay, that took me much longer the first time. You can get some funny dialogue, you know, you smack her around with the fly swatter, and she's like, I don't really like that. That's an acquired taste. Then she says she kind of likes it. I'm not advocating abuse against women. Obviously, this is a joke about, you know, like, light whipping. Some, like, BDSM play or something like that. Anyway, we're going to leave, and now we have the fly swatter that we can use in our inventory. Not that this is necessarily super important, but... Oh! That actually scared me. What if I swat this lady with it? When I swat people with it, they all turn into flies. What is going on with this guy's ears? This guy, I like this guy. He looks like Esteban from Second Life. Anyway, what's the restaurant here? Golden Lucky Electric Squid. This is where the cowboy eats. So welcome. Please take off your shoes. I can do that. Just throw them at her. That's, you know, being a good host right there. Then we're going to use this jar, and again, not to spoil anything necessarily, but I'm going to use this jar to collect some spiders. And there should be a spider that comes out on this mechanized sushi tray once. Oh, I thought that was it right there, but it's just our spider in the jar. I gotta say, you know, thumbs up on the spider animation and look. These things are really gross. I don't have, like, a phobia of spiders, but I am disgusted by the way that the spiders look in this game and the way that they crawl and how menacing they are, and it's freaking me the F out. So I think there's one spider here. After we collect 5 of these, okay, don't freak out. It's okay. I just needed to get the spider from the bathroom. You can still, you know, go back here. But you weren't even doing anything. You just put makeup on or something. Using these spiders is how we get past security. If I'm going to set up the puzzle here, we got this guy. This guy's our cowboy. He loves him some sushi. We got to get his kidney, right? How are we going to get him his kidney? Well, we'll talk to him for a bit. Best sushi in town. Talk to him again. Only thing I don't touch is the fugu. That is the blowfish. Poisonous, as, you know, is known kind of popularly in cultural relevance, I guess. So we've got to be able to get in there. You can see if you look past him, there's the blowfish right there. So obviously we have to use that blowfish to get it on him somehow. What we do is we throw spiders on this guy, and then he passes out. Pretty, you know, standard, right? And then we pick up our fugu, and we spray it on some of the sushi, and then we just follow the plate out. And then you will watch him eat it and then die. So the missions can be completed in like 4 or 5 minutes if you actually know what to do, but that is completely missing the point of what's going on in Jazzpunk. I wanted to show this. He didn't take the one with the fugu. Well, it's still good, I guess. But I wanted to show that not all of the missions are the same kind of process as the Consulate one. Actually, the Consulate one is like really difficult relative to this one. This one is much, much easier. So we stole this guy's kidney, and now we're gonna leave. And as we make our way out of here, we're gonna have to try to avoid the people that come to get us. But really, all we can do is punch them. There's a QR code on this kidney. You should scan that and see what happens. I have no idea. Knowing Jazzpunk, you probably scan it, and it's just like a text code that says QR code or something like that. Game is extraordinarily self-aware like that. So we're gonna knock this guy down. We can't knock that lady down, but that's okay. I'll just politely move past her. And we can get back to Darlington Station by knocking over this bowling pin, maybe, and then going to the exit. So that is Jazzpunk. I haven't talked a whole lot about my overall impressions of the game, and that's because I really don't know what I think. It's an absurd offer. It's one of the most absurd games I've played in my entire life, and I think I like it a lot as a result of that. I admire it for being ambitious and crazy. I don't know if it's going to end up being one of my favorite titles of the year, but it's certainly one of the most unique titles I've ever played. And if you're the kind of person who, gets down with the kind of tone of humor in something like a Ren and Stimpy or, other kind of, I hate to use the A word again, but absurd cartoon shows, of which Cartoon Network is somewhat known for, Space Ghost Coast to Coast, Aqua Teen Hunger Force to some extent, then at the very least the tone of this will be right up your alley. And you know what? There actually is some fairly neat Hitman-esque kind of, Rube Goldberg machines of stealth going on here that I like a lot as well. But it should go without saying that this is not a game that is for everybody, but it is for some people. And if you are one of those people, you can go check it out on Steam. I believe it is $10 or $15. I can't remember exactly which one it's going to be, but it's in that range, and the link will be in the video description below. As always, if you enjoyed the video, I would encourage you to show your support by clicking the like button and subscribing if you want to see more in the future. Jazzpunk's pretty weird. I kind of dig it, I think, but I don't even know what reality is anymore. So as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you next time.